Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media presents Around the Region, the Fall Sports Show. I'm your host, Mark Gregory, and folks, it's been a very trying 2 hours at least 2 hours. It's been a very trying 2 hours. So if you see all of her faces red, like her blood pressure's up, there's a real reason why. And especially Allie, she looks like she's fixing to run through the camera right now. I don't know. Ryan's the only one's happy. But Ryan, you're the only one sticking around right now. So, Ryan, how's it going?
I'm pretty good. Had to work this morning and ready to go at it.
Allie, are you with us or are you froze?
I don't know. I've been having too much technical difficulties. Ugh.
Allie's been eating some chicken fried rice. She didn't put soy sauce on it, and she's been sitting there teasing us with us. As you know, we all talked a little bit before the show,
This is what I
and
mean.
Ryan's been showing us his food, and Edward's been sitting there eating. The only thing I've been doing, yeah, see, I'm drinking coffee on my Yoda glass here.
Hey, that Chinese bit me in the butt. I went to go get my charger and I stepped outside and I face planted.
Yeah, see.
Ugh.
And now they go to these Chinese and wouldn't offer nobody a bite. Ryan ain't either. Ryan, I'm telling you, when it comes to food, Ryan will love you
You
to
don't
death,
need
but
no
when it
more.
comes to food, it's on.
I love
You
my
don't
food.
need no more.
Yeah. And Edward, he just left. Edward he's
Hey, me
done
and
with
Edward's
us.
trying to do things for the show. Leave us alone.
Hey, it's live TV, folks, and we're trying to put this
Yeah,
thing
what
together
Ali
on the
said, we're
go.
trying to do stuff here.
As they say, Ryan, I just think that they can't handle the pressure that me and you're going through right now. So that's their story, I guess. But we'll go to while they're getting the show ready. We'll go ahead and take a minute to thank our sponsors, right? And big shout out to Bright Family Medicine and everything that they do, and of course their generosity. And Ryan, it's definitely that time of year, winter's trying to settle in, the change of season. A lot of people get runny noses and that time of season. And I'm telling you, Ryan Family Medicine's a place to go. If you're feeling a little bit under the weather, Ryan, you need to go up there and give them a shout out because they'll hook you right up. They'll get you feeling good. But you look like your body's in good shape. You probably don't get sick a whole lot, do you, Ryan?
Uh, I do, but this is like algae problems and stuff. It just
Well,
like
well, they could
makes me
probably
feel up in the head.
give you some allergy medicine and take care of that. Get you get rid of all the sneezing and the coughing and the aching and all that. I have allergies too, but I'm just old and I'm on the downward slide. Yeah, I'm almost out of commission. But I've trusted my family with them for years, and they make you feel like a family. Bryant Family Medicine is a perfect um, title for that company right there. And, love them to death and thank them for everything they do for us. And they sure brought us next level with all the generosity and equipment and everything that they've got for us. And you can't also forget about the Bright Family Medicine Player of the Game Awards that we've been handing out all over the country, it seems like. And folks, them things ain't cheap. And anybody that's bought them things would sure agree with me. And but I think it's all for the good. We get to see a lot through the athlete's smile when we hand it to them. Another sponsor we can't leave out is Heather Martinez, right? And I'm telling you, if you're into buying or selling of a home, she's the person to go hit up. All of her information's right there on the graphic. And we had her on the show a couple of weeks ago. And Ryan, you know what she was telling us? She was telling us that she could come to your place and look at it, give you a pretty good estimate on what they could put your house, on the market for to sell. And I'm gonna holler at her. It ain't an exact appraisal, but it's a pretty good idea on what that they could try to sell your house for. And it's free of charge. I mean, why wouldn't you want them to come and say, hey, let me see if we can sell this house for you? or why, or I understand some people want to keep their house, but like me, I wouldn't care. Sell this thing. Yeah, if I make more money than what I thought, sell it. Sell it. I'd like to upgrade. I mean, Ryan, would you like to upgrade?
Huh? We all would.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, she's Heather's the person to go and talk to if you're in the market for buying or selling a home. But go look them up. And part of Sean Rogers Realty, and she ain't the only one there. They've got a few more in there you can talk to. But I'm telling you, uh, definitely the people go talk to. And I know Everett's always in the market for home shopping and car shopping, and you know Edward, when it comes to money, it's all about, Edward is like money man. So, and Edward's still acting like he's working over there. Ryan, do you think he's working or is he trying
Uh,
to fall asleep on us?
We are. Excuse us.
I'm actually in
We
the
are
middle of
working.
trying to make you a few things, Mark.
Yeah. You're
I wouldn't be able to
welcome.
make I would be able to make graphics, but my computer is dead, and I didn't bring my charger with me.
See, Ryan's got a legit excuse, folks. He ain't sitting in the dark or he ain't sitting like he's paused. He's actually got a legit reason that,
Yeah,
see,
I always can make graphics better on my computer than I can my phone. Because it takes me twice as long to do it on my phone than it does my computer.
well, we're waiting for our first guest, and these two young men, and one's back there in the green room already, sort of waiting for the other one to come on. But when we're talking about multi-sport stars, these are these guys they play everything. It's just they excel on everything they do, and just really two really good fine individuals, and just love covering anything about Jackson County. Just anytime we're around anybody from Jackson County, they always treat us special. And one thing I've learned over the years about Jackson County is they love their student athletes. Not only the student athletes, they just love their school, and they want to see every kid in that school excel. And again, when you're talking Jackson County, you got to use family with that too. And love that area down there. And I always say it my person myself. I wish I could have more time to get down there more often than I do, but got this thing called a job, and it's hard to really get there on time for most of their events. But I just love what they do, and anytime I get to even do see them or see them on the road, the fan support is awesome, and they really love their student athletes. Ron.
Oh yeah, I mean, I went there last year, and I ain't had the chance to go there for football this year. But it's like you have a nice facility up there. I mean, you just talk about, I mean, football field, softball field is all right there together. So I mean, it's just a nice facility, and they treat you very good when you go there.
Well, let's go ahead and bring up Ashton on, and I think we're still waiting for Braxton. Unless I'm not seeing this right, but
He's trying to get on.
we just heard from the dark box over there that he is trying to come on. But Ashton, thank you for coming on.
No problem.
Um, First off, I gotta ask you, how are you feeling? We know about the unfortunate injury and stuff like that. I mean, how's all that going?
I'm just taking it day by day, trying to get myself healthy, keep myself like best condition I can, moving around and stuff.
Well, I know you brought a lot of attention, especially for me. Said a lot of prayers for you, and prayers is the only thing a young man or young woman, anybody needs at that point in time. And it seems like you got through it well. Everything I'm hearing that you're right back at it and stuff, and you're getting right back there. And uh, so, what are you doing at this point in time to trying to helping that process out?
Just make sure I keep off of it, stay off of it, do what the doctors tell me. I got weights beside me. I lift weights with my arms, stuff, keep them conditioned and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I just I heard that it's just stuff like that. Just hits you personally. And again, I want to say again, prayers to you. Want to see you back on the court as quickly as possible. You got to get back on that court and start doing the things that you do. And but it seems like you play a little bit of everything. You're talented in all areas there. But uh, before the injury and stuff like that, I know that was horrific. Just tell us a little bit about football season at Jackson County this year.
Football season was really fun. I always have a great time when I go play with my teammates and stuff. And leading up to it, we was winning. Like last year, we kept it on going. It was really fun.
And of course, we know that you're fixing to kick into basketball, and I'm hearing maybe you've got a timeline late January, early February that you're trying to get back on the court. Knowing you, you'll probably even exceed that. I know that nobody's going to work no more harder than you to get on that court. That's for sure. But so just right now, how's the team looking at basketball right now? I mean, how's the team looking?
I think we're looking really good. We've got a lot of seniors this year, a lot of leaders, and people that just are stepping up and filling in spots.
Well, I'll let I think Edward's still working there, so I'll let Ryan take over, and then Allie will sideways Allie will get it there. But Ryan, the floor is yours.
Uh, How's it? How's it like going back to last season? How's it like going from football into basketball so very quickly?
So basically, I love it because like there's no off season. I never have an off season, so I just go into one sport right into another, and it's like my favorite thing. Jump right into another one.
Yeah, and then just doing football. I know y'all don't play in a class or a district, but how's it like just playing teams that kind of match with you good and the competition?
It's really good. Like I like competitive games, and like I like when we can compete and like when we win stuff like that. And us going into district next year should be really fun.
Oh, I did not know y'all was going into district. What class are y'all going to be? Is it going to be 3A or 2A?
Sure. I think we're going to the district at East Carter, Breathitt, and them in Morgan County.
And I'm sorry for everybody if you hear a dog in the background. But Edward,
I didn't know that at all. So by going into that district, that completely eliminates you out of the 13th region at this point on it, or
I'm not really for sure on that.
I mean, would it? I mean, Breathitt, East Corridor, ain't that out of region?
for football, it is.
Yeah, that'd be interesting how that works out come basketball. But that'd be interesting. Brian, you got any more?
No, I think that's it. I got my two in for the moment, unless I think of something else.
Allie, are you ready to ask questions, or is Edward?
Oh, I'm good to go now. My last
Okay.
one's
You're
downloaded.
welcome, Edward. Me and Edward got to figure it out.
Ashton, got to say before they start, they've been battling for about the past hour and a half. We had like our preseason basketball meeting here. And yeah, and I'll tell you the one thing about Edward and Allie, they can't agree on anything. I bet you Edward would say it's raining outside, Allie would say it's sunny. And one would go unleaded, one would go diesel, one would go truck, one would go. They can't agree with anything. So me and Ryan just sit back, like, just have at it.
That's because we can't agree because we have the most stuff to do, and then we're both sitting here trying to get it both done, and then it's so aggravating that we don't know what to do.
Ashton, that's her story.
But I do got a few questions for you. You are a multi-sport star, so how does playing one sport help you get ready for the next?
It always keeps me conditioned, and I'm always ready to go and stuff like that.
So out of the sports you play, is there one that you like lean towards more than the other?
Baseball is probably my favorite.
So what would you consider in baseball your favorite aspect about baseball?
Probably hitting.
Are you talking about hitting somebody with the ball or knocking the ball for a home run?
Hitting the ball for a home run.
Well, see, if it was me and I was pitching, I'd make sure it was an accident that I hit Mark with the ball. But, leading up to the beginning part of, football, what did you think was the biggest turnaround in your team?
I think that people just stepping up again and been getting leaders to control the team and keeping our momentum from last year.
So I do got to ask you. It's a little bit more of a basketball question, but give me your thoughts on your coach. The few times I've got to meet him, I love him to death.
He's a great guy. He always is he's one of the most hardest workers you ever meet in your life. He's always ready to go, and he's always pushing you to be your best.
But Allie,
Ashton, before Allie asks you her questions, I got to ask you this. Can you hit one of Allie's pitches?
I don't know. It'd be hard.
We're going to have to film that because Allie's very competitive there. She'd probably try to challenge you there.
Ashton is too. He's pretty competitive.
See, if Ashton knocked a home run on you, you'd probably try to hit him with the next pitch or something.
Yeah.
I think we both would do that to each other, actually. So,
Ashton, when you hit that home run on her, just flex for her or something like that. Like show her who's the.
he knows what would happen if he did that to me.
Allie.
Yeah, but I know you're very competitive, Ashton, and stuff. Like, no, Ashton, you're like a brother to me and stuff, and I've had to deal with you and Braxton forever and stuff. So, how does it feel having to have Braxton as a brother when it comes to the competitive side of the sports?
It's really good. We're always pushing each other, always picking each other, trying to see which one's better at something, like literally anything. We could be walking and see which one's walking better.
What's been one of your favorite moments from the season so far?
Probably catching the ball from Braxton against Camp for a touchdown. It was like a 22-yard touchdown. He threw it to me, and I caught it in the end zone.
Ryan, you want to go on with more of your questions?
This is a kind of a funny question. Who do you think would hit the ball farther, Edward or Mark?
I would think Mark.
I think you're right.
I think Ashton would just strike you both out.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be Mark. I don't believe it'd be Mark unless you got Taco Bell tied to the end of that ball. Which I ain't gonna lie, I probably couldn't see it coming anyhow. So,
Ashton's pitches are way too fast. I would not be able to deal with it.
Ashton, you're a multi-sport star, and got to watch you for a couple years now. Again, you've got a little time to mull the decision over and stuff like that. If there's one that you had to choose right now, would you choose one, or would you be willing to go into college next level and say, "Hey, I'll play all three if you need me"?
I would definitely play all three if they need me.
Absolutely, because you can see the talent. Either or that you go, you're going to excel because the talent's definitely there. Football season's over. It's basketball now, and when you come on the court, you talked a little bit about your basketball team. What is it going to take for you to get the ultimate goal, which is, every team's ultimate goal, parade downtown and celebrate, you bring the hardware home?
I think we just got to keep working hard, play really good defense. That's always been our motto, rebound, defense, stuff like that, play hard-nosed basketball.
Well, I just got a comment. They asked me about Braxton's pranks. They want me to ask you about the pranks. Are there anything you'd like to chime on about that?
Braxton's always up to some crazy stuff. Stuff like that. He's always up to something.
And from Mary Messer, and I think I know this lady quite well. Love you, Ashton. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's a really, really good family there. But I'll let Edward talk to you a little bit and see if Allie or Ryan wants to finish up with you. But I'm sure that Edward's got something made up for you, sir.
I sure do. But Allie or Ryan, do y'all want to ask anything else before I go into mine?
You go for it.
You go for it.
All right. So before I show you a few graphics that I'd put together, before football season started, was there a certain team that you had highlighted that you couldn't wait to play against the most?
It was definitely Morgan County, but just because they was going to be in our district next year, and we really want to win that game.
And I know basketball is getting ready to kick in. So is there a certain team that you're looking forward to playing against the most in basketball?
Definitely Clay County.
Is it just because, that's your big time rival, or is it just one of the most funnest games that you get to play in?
It's one of the most funnest games you ever get to play in. Always high crowd, tempo, everything. It's just great.
I have been to a couple of them, especially last season, and I'll have to agree with you 100%. The crowd's loud, the energy's there, and the tempo's a whole lot faster than what I want to run myself. So I can't even keep up with it sitting in the stands. So, but I do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on the show, and I guess I'm gonna show you yours, and I guess. Already trying to bribe. Not even get to finish.
No, I just was rubbing my.
As he always does.
Yeah.
It's every time. He's always trying to bribe here.
Nobody can hear you. You just eat your Chinese rice there.
But
I can't.
I don't know where she went, but
she froze out there.
But the graphics that we make are.
Edward,
Go ahead,
can I ask you one more question? If you bought chicken fried rice, would you eat it in front of everybody and not even offer them a bite?
I probably wouldn't eat in front of everybody and not offer them a bite.
See, there she goes.
See, there she goes again.
Y'all want some?
Ryan's been actually
ain't touching
offered
my
bites.
You don't touch my Chinese food. That's a no-no.
Are you going to ask him about restaurants before you show him the stuff there, Edward? We have to before we let him go.
I am. So, in Jackson County, what would you consider your favorite place to go eat?
Probably El Dorado, Mexican, and McKee.
So, I got to ask you one more.
Cheese sauce or red sauce?
Cheese sauce.
Thank you.
Because I'm beginning to think more and more it's only my pregame ritual that happens. But before each game, do you stop at Taco Bell before you get ready to go to the game, or is that just me that does that?
That's just you. I couldn't do that.
Would that be dangerous for somebody like Edward to eat Taco Bell before a football game?
It probably would.
That's what I was saying.
Well,
People wonder why the competition was running away from you.
Hey, if it allowed me to get a touchdown, it's all fine and dandy.
Hey,
But
there's a saying in softball and baseball. If you eat something that makes sick, you do it right on the catcher, and then you get away with it.
So it did lead me to one more question. This is probably one of my favorite questions to ask. On the field, the court, out there playing baseball, every sport that you play, are you a trash talker or do you let your game do more of the talking? Because see, if it's me, and I strike Mark out. I dunk it on him. I tackle him. I'm probably going to kick some grass in his eye, point at him, flex on him, laugh at him, probably trip him again.
He
That's
would.
just kind
He would.
I'm a person that lets my game talk. I don't get into all that stuff. I might get a little excited here and there, but not much.
so you don't ever like flex on nobody or nothing.
Not really.
I say that's like Ryan. He's the quiet one. I'm the one that's always pointing fingers.
Now, Allie there, she's always flexing on us and stuff.
But so I am going to show you a couple graphics. I am going to show you yours and Braxton's also, and just see, he's trying to bribe you to pick the second one. But out of the two, just kind of tell me which one that you like the most, and which I will get these sent out to you also, and they will also be posted on every one of our social media sites. So out of the two, was it the first one or the second one you thought was better?
I like the first one.
And that is now 64-1, Mark.
So before I let you go, I'm gonna have to ask you. Mark's always wanting me to try something different all the time. Is there anything wrong with the original?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
See, Mark.
I don't. Mark, you're 64-1 now.
But Ashton, I do want to personally thank you for your time coming on, and looking forward to getting to see you back out there on the court and getting to cover you, again real soon. And best of wishes.
I really appreciate it, and thanks for having me.
Ryan, Allie, got anything else?
I just want to say, hope a speedy recovery, and hope to get you back out there on the court and the field.
Thank you.
I'll see you later at one of our family reunions, Ashton.
Definitely will.
And make sure that Allie shares some food at that family reunion too, and don't go pushing people down and stuff. But
hey, it does not end good whenever you get Ashton, me, and Braxton together. That just don't end well.
But I'm actually harping on what Edward said, what Ryan Alley said. Just again, thank you for coming on. Thank you for your time, and been praying for you. Had a lot of prayer chains for you, and prayers about all a person needs. And when something like that so horrible that happened to you, but anybody knows you. You're probably already up about running by now, so I know you're going to be up and at it. You're going to be back 100%, and you're going to be a pleasure again to cover here really, really shortly. And again, just thank you for coming on, and thank you for your time. And I know you got a thing called school and life, and just we appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And it's been great talking to you. And regardless of what happens in the future, if you go out of the 13th region or whatever, we're sure going to cover you because you deserve that much. And keep in touch with us. If you get an achievement or something, send it to Edward or Ryan or Allie. Let them do something special up for you because you all deserve that. You just put in the work. But again, thank you for coming on.
I really appreciate it, and I thank you all for having me.
Great interview. Great interview. Great interview. What else do you say on that? Just again, Allie knocks his stuff out of the park when she says you need you need to bring these people on. Allie's right again. Right again. I tell you, between Allie and Ryan, are they ever wrong? Are they ever wrong? Ever? We're going to
I don't
put
know. The only person we put a tally on is you, Mark.
And see, and look right here. Ryan even brings his own fan club with him. Again, every time when Ryan's on the show, if there's ever a what's up, Mark, Allie gets love all the time. Edward, you even get love. I don't ever get the love. Yeah, Rob brings a fan support with him. I tell you, everywhere he goes, he's signing autographs and high fiving people, and people giving him free stuff. And I gotta go in there and buy the Sprites and the popcorns, and he comes out with free everything. Just what the people open doors for me. Yeah, I
It's
give it
because
up.
we're nice and don't try to bribe people, Mark.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
my wiped a tear out of my
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. He actually he's tired of hearing me whine now, huh?
He just felt bad. Let him be.
But are we ready for our next guest?
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll bring her on here. Gracie, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. First off, want to thank you for that 5 minute short notice. We asked you to come on and you come on and that's on me. I'm can I use that term procrastinator if I pronounce that right? I put off everything to the last minute.
Oh,
They
that's
they
okay.
gripe they gripe at me all the time, so that's on me. I should have asked you like 2 days ago, but I asked you like 5 minutes before the show started. So
Yeah, because normally it's me having to go find people like 3 minutes before the show.
I would
That
say
is
I'm a busy man, but I'd be lying to you. Yeah, you get my age and this stuff, yeah. But again, Gracie, thank you for coming on, especially on such short notice. I know you got a thing called school and life and all that good stuff. So, yeah, you definitely went above and beyond for us about coming on. So, big shout out to you for coming on.
well. Thank you for
Uh,
having me.
and just tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about your school. Somebody, for some of the people that ain't as familiar with you, just tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. Well, I go to South Laurel. I'm a junior. I play soccer, track, and then I run some cross country as well.
And did cross country? I think cross country. Will you go into like an indoor now track now, or is it completely over after yesterday?
Yes. So cross country's over, but coming towards December, there's going to be indoor track.
So do you do indoor
Yes,
track
sir.
too?
Yes.
Okay. So and of course you do the cross country track, soccer all, and soccer came to a conclusion too. So are they one you prefer over the other?
Track is my favorite. I love track.
So what exactly do you do? Well, I know what you would do in cross country, but on track, are they certain ones that you run like certain distances?
Yes. So I run the 400, which that's my favorite race. I'm beginning to run the 300-meter hurdles, the 800 some, and the 100.
So you do the hurdles.
Yes, yes. This is something new, but I've been enjoying it a lot.
That looks like maybe the most hardest thing on TV that I could see a person humanly possibly do. Is it that hard?
It is a little bit, honestly. The less I think about it, the better I do because I get nervous on falling. But it's a little easier than it looks.
How coordinated and how do you have to time them? You would have to be perfect timing to be able to clear each and every one of them hurdles. I mean, am I right?
Yes,
I,
because if not, then you wipe out. So it's it's sometimes nerve wracking.
are there any penalties if you knock a hurdle over as far as time off or anything, or
No,
does it matter?
you can knock it over. It slows you down, but you can knock it over if you need to.
What about throwing one of the hurdles at the person running against you? Is that legal?
I think you may just get disqualified for that one.
Hmm.
But I could
What
try it and then see. But
What if you point at the ref and have him looking off and then throw?
then throw, then maybe I'll be good.
Well, see, that'd be about the only way I'd be able to jump them, distract the ref, and throw.
And then throw. Some people in the stands might get upset.
Have you ever been tempted? I know you haven't, but I mean, have you ever been tempted to throw a hurdle at somebody?
No, I've been tempted to throw the hurdle on the ground, but not at somebody. Not at somebody.
Well, okay. When you say on the ground, you say if you knock them over, it's not a penalty, right?
Right.
Why about if you just lay them all on the ground before you start racing?
They might have us run it again if I put them all down. But I've not tried it yet. So
Well, well, can you rub like one of them gigantic, like what is it back? What the Knights used to use? Help me out, Ryan. You know what I'm talking about?
Talking about one of
Javelin.
them javelins,
Yeah.
lances, whatever.
Can you rub one of them and just knock them over as you go?
I don't think so. But I mean, no one's tried it yet. So
Well, it's not officially in the rule book. Can't use javelin, right? I mean,
that is true. That is true.
well, Edward or Ryan or Allie, I know Allie's got 1,000 questions because Allie knows the sport inside and out. But Edward, Ryan, Allie, floors are yours.
I guess I'll start since I know nothing about all three. Uh,
Well,
what's
you cannot take a hurdle and knock somebody out with it.
well, yeah, I
I
know
didn't
that
have to
now.
go. Ryan, thank God you're here. I didn't have to go for once for first. Thank God.
Because I always do. But in cross country, what's your favorite course to run?
Favorite course. So this year I ran two courses, but there's one called Cave Lake, and it starts off with a big hill, which is not very fun at all. But once you keep going, it gets pretty flat, and so it gets way better. So I'd probably say that one.
So where's
And
that
then
located at Cave Lake?
Sorry, what Monticello? It's in Monticello.
Because we had like one randomly being picked about each and every time there. But I think that's the first time we've heard about Monticello, though.
Monticello has a lot of races in it. There's a lot there.
and then my next question here, in soccer, who's the most favorite team and most favorite place that you've played at?
So that's my most favorite team. Ooh, that's hard. Most favorite place I've played at. Honestly, I love playing at South because it's. I mean, I just love playing at home. But I also like playing at North because they're our rivalry. So it's nice to be able to play against them, and they have a very nice turf field.
And that's what I was going to bring up. I know y'all have a tough field now, but is it different playing on a tough field than it is a grass field?
Yes, yes, it's very different. So on turf, the ball moves faster, so you have to be more prepared and make earlier runs. I do prefer playing on turf, but it doesn't hurt as bad when you're playing on grass.
Uh, Edward or Allie?
You want to go ahead, Allie?
I guess. Normally it's me that has to go first, so it's weird. But I used to actually run with Gracie just a little bit and stuff, and then I went and watched one of her soccer meets. I mean, she's one of the like most controlled runners you will see that I have personally watched and got to run with. She's honestly insanely good to watch run and stuff. But um, how has it felt for you personally? Because I do know you were there whenever some of the bigger, more advanced runners that are super good was on that team and stuff. How has it felt like having to step up and fill some of them shoes?
Right. So I had very good mentors. It was really they were very good leaders. So being able to fulfill their spot, it is a big task, but honestly I love it. I love working with the younger girls because we had a very young soccer team. So being able to fulfill that was hard, but honestly I love it.
What's been give us some insight to your cross country coach.
The cross country coach. Well, you know her pretty good, don't
Yeah,
you?
so
Yeah. Our cross country coaches, they're amazing. We have Miss Smith, Miss Tower, Mr. Collier, and Chris Greer, and it is a very good coaching staff.
yeah, I don't know a lot about Shot Tower or Collier and stuff, but I've heard they're pretty good and stuff. What's it like been having them there and stuff since Kirby's left?
Right. So Kirby, I was very close with her, but these coaches, they are amazing as well, and they have very good training schedules, and they work with all the kids individually as well.
So, are you continuing to play basketball this year, or are you going to stick with track?
Track is my main sport. I love track, so I do definitely put more time into that. And indoor starting soon, so I'll be able to start focusing that on December.
Edward, yeah.
So
Sorry, I'm getting notifications on my phone that I don't even need right now.
Gracie, I'll let you out on the secret. I don't know if you heard it from the beginning of the show. We had like an hour and a half meeting. We're fixing to launch our basketball and stuff like that the next season. And of course, we have a big long meeting before that. And Edward and Allie would not agree on anything. One would say salt, one would say pepper, one would say coffee, one would say pop. They could not agree with anything. Me and Ryan sat in the corner. So if their faces are red, that's the reason why. They're
Do we need to get
yeah.
into this with you again?
Me and Ryan's like a go with the flow type people. They're yeah.
Yeah,
Go
because you
ahead,
got
Ed.
offered food.
and Gracie, that's his story.
Hey, Ryan knows I'm telling the truth.
I just trying to just sit
Hey,
back.
Mark, all I gotta do is me and Edward just gotta look at you and offer you Taco Bell, and then you'll say a different story.
Well, you don't have time to gripe. You're eating Taco Bell. So if
Exactly.
you
So,
gripe and you go, "Arr, arr, arr, arr," okay, it just instantly shuts you up.
But I did hear Ryan ask you your favorite course. So over the course of the time that you have ran cross country, what has been your least favorite course to run on?
Least favorite, I'd probably have to say North course. It is pretty hard, and they have a very big hill.
So I think about everybody that runs cross country has told us either what Manchester or North Laurel so far. So, but I do got to ask you, because I'm not extremely familiar with track and cross country. We are learning it a little bit. So, in cross country, do you like running in the rain or do you prefer the more sunshine?
I would say probably the rain because it distracts you from the fact that you're running 3.1 miles. So probably the rain a little bit. Not too hard, but a little bit of rain. I do like that.
So, could I ride a bicycle them 3.1 miles? Because there's no way I'm running it.
Maybe. Now in track, whenever it rains, it is not fun because it feels like you're blinking just to see. So in track, it's way different.
I can see that. So, between cross country and track, what is your favorite aspect of each?
Favorite aspect of each. I would say track. I love the competitiveness, and it's also a very individual sport, but a team sport with the relays. So I love just being able to run, and it's all on your own time. So if you mess up, that's just on you, and you keep competing to get a better time and better time. What I like about it is cross country is you get to run, like at practices, you get to run with your team and stuff. But track is my favorite. Cross country, I just kind of do it a little bit, not very much.
So I did, if I'm not mistaken, you did say that you was doing the hurdles this season.
Yes, sir.
But you said that. So what led you into wanting to start doing the hurdles this season?
So I run the 400. That's my favorite race, and the 300 is really close. And I've always kind of had a little bit of interest in it. It was just the fact of actually starting it. So I ran about 2 meets last year doing it, and I liked it. I loved it. I loved it a lot. And so now I'm just starting to actually learn the techniques of it, and that's what really made me want to do it.
Well, just so you know, I'll be there in the stands cheering you on, because the only way I'm getting around over them hurdles is if I go around them.
Or you can push them down. Or
well,
throw them, I guess.
That's how I'd have to do.
Yeah,
Instead of trying to jump them, I just have to run through them. Them jumping days are over with. So, I've had a few players come on and tell us that they only take like maybe 2 to 3 weeks off throughout the year. How do you take any rest breaks with like track, cross country, and stuff?
So yes, after cross country, I'll take about 2 weeks off, maybe a week or two. But honestly, I love to stay busy, so it's really hard for me to take breaks.
And you can help me with this too. I've also heard if you take more than like a 2 week break, that it gets kind of hard to get back into the rhythm of the running.
Yes, sir, that's very true.
Is it because like you start getting like more cramped up, or do you just get more tired, or
Well, you definitely get it's hard to believe, but within 2 weeks you do get out of shape. And cross country and track, it's way different than like soccer. You can go and play, and you don't have to be as great in shape. But track, you have to be in very good shape.
well, do they have like a half a meter run? Because that's about all I'd be able to do.
They have 100.
Well, that's 99.5 too many. But soccer, I did get to cover quite a bit this season of it and learned a lot about it. So, I'm actually looking at some of your stats. You got 8 goals, 4 assists, and I'm not sure how they tally up the points, but you got 20 points also. So in soccer, what would you consider your favorite part of it?
My favorite part. It's very heavily like very team sport. So everybody has to play together in order for it to work. I love that. Everyone gets really close on the soccer team. So that's fun. And it's way different from track. So it's from the individual sport to the team aspect, and I like having two different things.
So in the sports you play, or do you do any type of trash talking, or do you let like more of your game do it? Because see, if it's me and I pass up Mark, I'm gonna point at him as I'm running. If it's soccer, I'm probably just gonna try to kick the ball at him, and then I'm
I
gonna
know.
laugh at him.
I normally just let my game talk. I'm not big on trash talking. Sometimes it's hard whenever people are yelling stuff at you, but I do normally just try to let my game talk.
So you wouldn't like kick it at nobody, then trip them, point at them, flex at them, and
No, that's not really me.
well, it just might be me. I mean, I'd do that to Mark. But Mark,
Allie must have lost her notes or something. I'm trying to figure out what she's doing there. But
there's a wasp in my playhouse, and it's just flying around, and I don't want stung.
um, Gracie, they call me the Mister Hard Hitter. So I gotta ask you the hard hit questions because I get to the point, and it's go time. We gotta get our game faces on. But we always talk about things you can get by with. I was just thinking when you run across country, if it's a really really hot day, do you have like people out there with cups of water and stuff?
No.
Nobody gives you water like while you're running or anything.
At the end
Oh,
of the race, they'll give you a cup, but that's about it.
well, maybe I'm thinking about marathons because I was thinking maybe if you got a cup of water and you're running first and second, you could like push, pour, throw the water at somebody, blind them, win the race. I mean, it would be probably a legal move because you're like emptying the rest of the water. And you accidentally, no, no.
That may be why they don't give them water. Give us water when we run. Then
Well, would you
You're
be
only
tempted
allowed
to
to have
do that?
water in marathons. You can have water. You
Oh,
can have a water bottle in marathons. Nothing else.
so
because
would you be
see,
tempted?
runners like you, Mark, are trying to cheat the whole time.
I'd
Well,
probably just drink it honestly after running those.
well,
Honestly,
she,
water. If you don't have water at that end of the race, you're laying there, cannot breathe.
well,
Gracie knows it too.
if they
Yes.
pass you and you hit them in the back of the head with a rock, then they're gonna,
Mark,
I may get
no.
in trouble for that.
That's a little extreme.
yeah. That's only well, if you get caught. Well, never mind. I would ever in a minute, but okay. But it's time to hit the hard hit questions on you. Okay, we're not gonna do the soccer team this time. We'll do your track team. And we're going to eliminate all the guys. We're just going to talk about your female track because the guys will want to go to the forefront, try to do all this stuff for you, to be like gentlemen and stuff. So, okay, I don't know how many's on your track team, but just say you got an extra large van. and you're going down the highway, and the van tears up, who's gonna get out there and fix it?
Who's gonna get out there and fix it? I would probably say this. She's my best friend. Her name's Kenley Murray, and she lives on a farm. So I feel like she would have the skills to be able to fix it.
So
And she's
she be
also an FFA, so she's really hands on with things, and I would trust her to fix it.
so you just hand her the wrenches and screwdrivers while you is all staying warm and put her out there in the rain and stuff.
And I think she'd be able to fix it too.
But okay, so she fixes the
I
bed
know for a
for you.
fact she would be able to do it.
We'll have to bring
I
her
can
on the show.
testify.
Maybe
Kimmy
we
would
could get
definitely be able to do it.
bring her on the show next week so we can get some quotes, on my vehicle out here. But okay, so she fixes the van. You just forgot to put fuel in the van. You're running out of gas. You get to a gas station. Who's paying for the gas?
Who's paying for the gas? Probably the coach. We get the
Which
coach to
one?
pay
Hold
for the
on.
gas.
Which one? Which coach, Gracie?
Which coach? Ooh, probably Herman or Lovett.
Yeah,
Coach Herman or
yeah.
Lovett.
I don't think my Shaw Tower and my sister would be the ones to get out and do it. They'd be way too cold and just want to sit in the bus.
Okay, since you took all the coach's money because you just forgot to put fuel in the van, coach is broke. Can't take you out to eat now. You just get back to so and so's house. Who's gonna go in there and cook dinner for you?
Who's gonna go cook dinner? Is it gonna be somebody on our team?
Yeah, has to be
They
somebody on
pro-
the team. The coach is broke. They gotta go home and try to get some money somewhere.
They'd probably make me fix it. Honestly, I'd probably have to do it.
So what would you fix?
What would I fix after? Probably chicken and dumplings is always good.
Oh my goodness. So we know where to go after the next team meeting there. And chicken dumplings does sound good. So yeah. But Edward, Ryan, Allie, anything else you've got for her? But that's good answers though. So we know how to get our vehicle fixed. I'm pretty hungry, and no, before I ever get you here, Gracie, let me tell you something. If you buy a box or a gold order of chicken fried rice, would you sit there and eat it in front of everybody and not offer anybody a bite?
Depends who you are. If I really like you, I might offer you a bite. But if not, then I might
Okay.
just eat it.
First and foremost, Mark, you cannot say anything about me in front of people. Last time I checked, we went to Gaddy's with you and you started pushing old people out of the way for the last piece of pizza. Don't
And
even.
when it comes to a buffet, all rules are put to the side. I bet Gracie would agree with me. Gracie seems like pretty chill type young lady, but if it comes to the last piece of pizza, Gracie might, it's all about food at that point, right, Gracie? Do you
I
agree
might
with?
have to fight you for it. Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Might
there
have
you
to throw a
go.
hurdle.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
but
does
I
the
also
hurdles.
don't think
She
Gracie
jump
would.
over top of you and get the pizza. She wouldn't have to fight you.
But
Just
Gracie
die for
also
it.
would probably not be the one to push the old man in the walker down to get pizza. Mark.
Well, that's Edward there. That's Edward there.
You.
I'm
Or
the
tipped
one
in
that
the back of
says
the
it's
head with a tray over with like a metal tray once over like a piece of salad stuff.
I'm the one that says it's a buffet. They'll refill it. I'm not gonna push no old man down in a walker, Mark.
That's your story.
You,
Mark,
it's a whole
you would be
different
the
ball
one to
game.
push that old man. Mark would be the one to push him.
They're lying on me, Gracie. But
No,
yeah,
we're
but
not.
I believe you. I believe you.
okay. But Gracie wouldn't have to push and shove. She just jump over top of them. Hey, that'd be good hurdle practice. You say, Coach, take us to Mr. Gaddy so I get some hurdle practice.
But Ryan, Allie, y'all got anything for I go into my next few?
Yeah,
No.
I got one now. In London, what is your favorite place to eat at?
Favorite place to eat at? Honestly, I love Cracker Barrel. Some home cooking meal. I love Cracker Barrel.
Why is it every time I go to Cracker Barrel, I order breakfast?
Me
I do
too.
too. I do too.
Yeah.
Gracie just left the building. We said breakfast, and she's going after. She going to Cracker Barrel right now.
I think they're working on the lines and stuff down here because it's terrible.
Maybe we'll get Gracie back. But yeah, the breakfast is pretty good at Cracker Barrel.
Like they're probably working on the electric lines and stuff because it's my internet is out.
Well, hopefully we get her back on. Maybe that's a sign that she's back on. Gracie, are you with us? Well, Gracie has officially left the building.
At least it isn't mine for once.
Well, we mentioned breakfast, and she gone.
Sounds like you with
Now
your
Edward's
Taco Bell.
gone. Let's not say that word no more. Last week is Beetlejuice, but that was like breakfast, and then everybody vanishes. So, well, Ryan, while we're waiting for everybody to come back, just we were talking a little bit of track and field, and I don't know where everybody left. They just all left. Well, here's Gracie back, I believe.
Sorry, my boyfriend's spamming my phone with stuff.
Gracie, I thought you just left us say I'm going to Cracker Barrel.
Oh, I was actually going to Mr. Gaddy's to get some hurdle practice, but
Can't go wrong with Mr. Gaddy's, but for some odd reason, I just always want to go there, and I always right off the bat, can you make me a pizza like I put bacon and pepperoni and ham on it? I always have to ask them to make me something. I shouldn't do that, but I do.
You're
The
just
Marcus
mean like
ain't
that,
getting
Mark.
paid enough to deal with you, Mark.
Well, I like the Oreo stuff there at Mr. Gaddy's too. Oreo,
Absolutely.
yeah. You like the Oreo stuff?
is it like a pudding?
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good. It's good.
I know we need to hurry up for her because she said Mr. Gaddy's is probably going to be closing here in an hour.
I know.
or
I'm
so.
getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Talking about food.
I do got a mock question. You like coffee, or hot coffee, or cold coffee?
Oh, that's a good one. I'd probably say cold coffee because I don't really have the patience to sit for hot coffee to cool down.
That's what he's drinking right now is coffee.
That's all he ever drinks. What do you mean, Edward?
I know, right? But Ryan did steal one of my questions about the food. Ryan. But
I can't help it.
you're all good. I'll let you have it this once. But before soccer started, was there a certain team that you had highlighted you couldn't wait to play against the most?
Yes, I would probably say Corbin. We were pretty excited to play Corbin.
And I'm still learning track. So is it like meets, or is it how does that work?
Yes, so there's meets, and so if we're holding a meet at South, then we'll invite different teams. So there'll probably be around 6 to 10 teams that come, and then we all compete. And whichever team gets the most points from each event, then they end up winning overall.
So as far as the track season starting, is there a certain meet that you know of as of right now that you're looking forward to the most?
I would say state, which is definitely later on in the season, but I set my goals at the beginning of my season, and I hope to accomplish them by state.
Hey, when you always set goals, that gives you something to reach for.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
So we do tend to put together a few graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show, and I didn't even get time to finish what I was going to say, and he's already trying to bribe me.
Right here. I'm trying to rub it out.
Yeah, we all know what
Make
you're
him
doing.
65-1, Gracie. That's all we ask.
He's trying to bribe you to pick the second one. One of these days, I'm just going to flip it on him. but out of basically the graphics we make is our way of saying thank you for taking the time to come on and listen to
Yep.
Mark ramble on about food for 45 minutes. But
And she came on with like 3 minutes notice. I mean, she didn't even have even time probably to do anything.
exactly. But I will get these sent out to you, and they will be posted on every one of our social media sites. And we just kind of want to see which one you like the most. So, out of the two, which one of the two do you like the most?
Can you go back to the one? Sorry. I think I like the two the best. You're welcome,
Mark,
Mark.
don't even get happy. Don't even get happy. You're 64-2 now.
Me and Gracie going to Mr. Gay's, knocking people out for pizza. We're like peas in a pod.
And we'll get that
Oh,
Mark,
Oreo pudding.
and that Oreo pudding. I gotta get Gracie on board with some hot coffee, and we'll be two of the kind here. Gracie's a part of the real world, folks. Real world.
Yes.
Number two, Mr. Gaddy's, all you can eat buffets,
Mark,
Oreos.
you're
The
only
best.
65-2. Shut out, man.
Well,
But so, Gracie, I don't know if you know this or not, but now Mark's head is so swelled up, he's not going to be able to walk outside of his door. He's going to turn sideways.
Oh,
He really is. Like, it's so
thank you,
bad.
Gracie. Thank you.
you're welcome.
It's so. His ego just got so big.
But all jokes aside, from what I've seen, on the soccer, you killed it,
Thank
and
you.
I'm looking forward to trying to learn, track and cross country. So, when we get up there, I'm looking forward to trying to cover you a couple times this season. If I get to interview you, I probably ain't gonna have a clue what I'm talking about. So, I mean, I'm just gonna be rolling with the punches on that.
That's okay.
But it's been great getting to talk to you, and looking forward to seeing what you and your team does during the track season.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the graphic.
Oh, you're welcome.
Ryan, Allie, you have anything for her before we let her go?
Just best of luck to you in your track and field season.
Thank you so much.
Best of luck, Gracie. I know from running with you and stuff, your goal is state and stuff, and I know you're gonna get there from running with you and seeing everything you've done. So,
Oh, thank you, Allie.
Keep in touch with us. Any kind of accomplishment goals that you've reached personally for yourself this year, send it to Edward, send it to Allie or Ryan, and we'll put together something really, really nice for you. And anything we can do to help promote you better, we'll be Johnny on the spot for you like he was for us tonight. And I normally try to do something inspirational, but I'll shut my mouth up for once. Go get some Mr. Gaddies and tell us about it later on.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Mark
Did I do
went
good
quiet
that
for a
time,
moment.
Allie?
Oh my god,
Did I do good that time?
he went quiet.
Well, at least he didn't ramble for 75 minutes.
Hey, the longest he's went is an hour and 35 with nonstop.
Did I do good?
Yeah.
Okay, so uh, quickly, as Allie wants me to do it quickly, got a pretty important volleyball match tomorrow at Whitley County High School. I believe it's the first time ever that they've hosted a state championship game in volleyball. And it's a big deal. I think that place is absolutely going to be packed. That place is absolutely going to be so loud. We're probably going to have to wear stuff over our ears. That's going to be a really, really loud environment. And I'm sure that Coach Halk will be the first to tell you that Whitley's going to have to bring it. Paceville ain't going to be easy out for them. Paceville's the real deal up there. And that's two very good programs. It's going to be a battle. Absolutely. And hopefully I can get there on time. I think Ryan, you're thinking about trying to get there. Edward, you're going to do your best. I don't know if Allie's going to be able to make it, but
When
go out
is
there
it?
and support them Colonels tomorrow. Probably about the only game in town. Am I right?
Yes.
Soccer. Yeah. All right, so a
I'm
lot
gonna
of the
try and be
sports.
there if I can.
So go support them Lady Colonels and show them the love. And win, lose or draw, we can still show them the love afterwards. But Allie, I'm going to let you have the floor first. Tell us what Allie's doing this week and what your plans are, and tell us a little bit about what's going on for you.
Well, honestly, I got work this. I start work on Wednesday, so I mean I won't get to do much after that. But I'll tell you this: I want to say a thank you to Sapcat tonight. He let me come out and wrestle with the team and stuff, the London Martial Arts place. And I will tell you this right now: Sap has worked me so much I cannot feel my legs. And so it was so good though. I miss getting out on that mat and stuff, and he gave me an opportunity. So I just want to say thank you to him for that. But I can't wait to keep watching this wrestling and stuff, and I'm mostly excited for that and softball and baseball because I know what I'm doing there. So
Ryan, just thoughts on what Ryan's doing this week? Any inspirational quotes? Any? Just tell us what's going on. I think you're doing pretty good on the Kentucky page. Just wrote a really good volleyball article the other day, and really a lot of work on that. But Ryan, we're used to that view.
Oh yeah, I wrote the story while my wife was in therapy. I did all that research while I was sitting there for an hour. Uh, it didn't take me 5 minutes to type it out. But my plans are I'm gonna be in Williamsburg tomorrow evening. Gonna try to get there early enough that I can find a parking spot and not have to walk a country mile. Uh, and just looking forward to Kentucky basketball starts up tomorrow night as well. So I'll have two graphics, probably two plus graphics to make when I get home. So I've got two inspirational things. Of course, Thursday is election day. Make sure everybody goes out and votes. Everybody's voice is heard. And then my motivational quote is from one of my favorite athletes. The best motivation always comes within. Michael Jordan.
MJ, MJ, better. MJ is better than LJ. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Listen, we
Uh,
ain't getting into this debate because we ain't got 2.5
RS
hours
is
to talk
better.
about. But
RS is better.
LJ is the GOAT, and we're going to leave it at that.
No, RS is better.
But I'm going to leave you with this. Probably from the GOAT himself. It's not the will to win that matters. It's the will to prepare to win that matters. Paul Bear Bryant.
absolutely, the bear. And watch the movie on Paul Bear Bryant. If you've never seen it, go get it. It's called The Junction Boys. It's about the year after he left Kentucky and he went to Texas A&M, and that's a story. I'm not going to tell you about it, but go watch that movie. And that's real life, and it just brings you to a different level about what Paul Bear was about. But it, he just worked his boys hard, but they still loved him afterwards. But great quote, great quote again, Ryan. A great night there, Allie, and thank you for covering me for about the 752nd time that you've always, Allie always covers me, and thank you for what you did. But again, I'm on still ride still Tuesday night election. Your vote matters. Go out and vote. If you don't vote, then you should complain on if your person didn't win. I'm not going to get into politics on this show, but if you don't vote, you can't complain. Your vote matters. So vote, and things will work out the way it is. And But God bless this country. God bless us all. And God bless our veterans overseas. God bless. I still, I think I live in the greatest country in the world, and I'll believe that to the day I die. And just that's a great thing about voting. We can vote. But I want to leave you all with this. And this hit me on the heart, but I couldn't find who actually quoted it. So hopefully I don't get copyrighted. The question isn't who is going to let me, it's who is going to stop me. Person, they didn't show who quoted that, but I just like that. But from all of us at Bryant Family Medicine, All Sports Media, good night and God bless.